Episode 2.
El episodio dos.
Episode 2.
Yes, sir.
Of Tito in the Greek.
Yes, sir.
Sorry, guys. It took us
Tell them.
2 months, almost 2 months, 2 months to record the second episode. We hit a couple of snags.
We had a couple snacks.
Snags.
Yeah. Both ends of
Well, we're here now. Yeah. We're back in the heights.
Oh, yeah. Fuck yeah. Back in the studio.
Back in the studio. Tito, how you been, man? It's been a while.
Yeah, I've been... Man, it's such a roller coaster of emotion these days, you know?
Yeah, especially.
I've been feeling great. I've been feeling awful. I've been feeling lost. I've been feeling found.
Basically 2020 in a nutshell.
In a nutshell. Yeah. You know that I perceive life. I'm very present every time. I perceive life through my senses. And these times have heightened that, you know? So it's weird times, man. Weird times. I had to...
Fucking strange times, dude. Yeah. Strange times.
Yep. They are, but I try to stay positive at the end of the day. I think it's a matter of being patient and waiting. And
but it can get annoying, man. At some point.
Very.
Beyond annoying.
Very, especially for things that, like for example, they've reopened Planet Fitness, and
dude. Go ahead. Talk about Planet Fitness because I got a New York Sports Club. I don't know where they're at.
Well, these ones they just have some basic measures like a certain percentage of the capacity.
Oh yes, 33%.
Oh, okay. And then they removed the keychain tag thing, and now you have to do it through the app. So there is no contact between the very efficient workers.
There was no contact anyway when they scanned it.
It wasn't, but you would give them your key sometimes. Or maybe they would just turn over the scanner.
Right.
But so they've done that, and then you have to work out with the mask all the time on.
Yeah. So, I don't know. How do you? I mean, I did that one time in New York Sports Club.
Well, you know, I am extremely good at adjusting to situations.
Right. Of course. So am I. Yeah. I mean.
So I've been running outside with the mask just to get used to it and stuff. So
what I've learned though, you could do cardio. That's what and I've never done it because I gotta start working out. But that's besides the point.
Whoa! Hold on.
In my head. Why?
Is that? Are you making a commitment to our?
Everyone that knows
audience.
John, I've been saying I have to work out. Okay, that's besides the point.
It isn't besides the point.
Now,
I would like you to make the statement, bro. Like promise our audience.
This was my game plan when I found out when I had to work out with the mask. I'm not gonna do cardio with a mask on.
Because
I don't know. It's just I'm already out of breath. Number one, it's trouble breathing. So I thought about it. I'm gonna do cardio, running around like in the streets, right? Go to the track or something, and then go to the gym for my weights.
Nice.
But now I want to say about New York Sports Club. I don't know whoever has the New York Sports Club.
Yeah. Tell them from here.
I mean, apparently they've gotten they filed for bankruptcy.
Of course they did.
And they fucked so many people over. Like they charged people like back in March. They charged people like September. And then the weird thing is, I didn't get charged this month of October, but they're still open.
Oh, wait, so they are actually open?
I think they're open. Yeah. So it's weird. So I gotta figure that situation out.
So when did they reopen?
They opened on September. It's September 1st.
Okay.
Yeah, and then that's when they charged everyone, and everyone got pissed at them for charging.
Well, why would everyone get pissed if you know?
Well, because
they're open, so normally you can come.
But you know what they should have done? They sent an email like, "Hey guys,
we're open. You want to keep your membership?
We'll give you like a week if you want to keep your membership, or cancel it, or freeze it, or whatever."
Gotcha.
But am I gonna make a commitment to working out? Yeah, I'll make a commitment.
There you go. You go. That's right. Yeah.
But it's like we said, it's tough. We're gonna piggyback from the last episode.
Go for it. Piggyback.
All right. So my good friend is wearing a vintage.
Oh, you noticed.
Vintage.
Okay.
Vintage Manchester United jersey. So I said in the first episode that I think Manchester United is gonna win the Champions League.
You did.
That's a fact. That's a fact. This is a fact, right? Can we?
The fact that you said it, yes, it is a fact.
As Tito is researching Manchester United's last match, which we won 2-1 to PSG. If I want to remind everyone, PSG was one of the finalists in last year's Champions League. Correct?
You're right.
And we beat PSG in France. In their home stadium.
Okay.
And what did you tell me? That Man United needs like a striker in the front, which they already got. Cavani.
Yes.
Edison Cavani.
So then I was right.
But
Okay.
you were right. But Marcus Rashford, one in like when you're a striker, dude, that's a top goal, 85th minute, and you just fucking bulleted in.
Okay, we've never discussed, or I never argued about the ability of Rashford to score a goal. I said they don't have a killer, and they didn't have a killer until they hired Cavani.
Well, Marcus Rashford looked like a killer.
He's not even like a full striker, bro. He's more like a I want to say forward with a lot of mobility and speed, but he's not like a killer, like a guy that guarantees you a bunch of goals.
He's not. But
Martial was supposed to be, because we paid $60 million, euros for him.
Scored an own goal in that game too.
Yes, he did.
Bad, horrible, not good. But anyways, my point is still rolling on. Manchester United they just beat PSG, so I feel confident in the group of death that they're in.
They have a tough group. I mean, congratulations to Manchester United.
Matter
of fact,
big win.
This jersey, 1994-1995, third kit of Manchester United. Of course, I'm wearing Cantona's one, because we all remember what happened in that match with Cantona.
You know, sometimes to kick these kind of people, it's like a dream for some people. So I did it for them. So they are happy. No, it was a mistake, but that's life. That's me.
My little way of saying good job to you guys. Okay, so don't come all aggressive
listen,
toward
I'm
me.
not being aggressive. I'm just saying
you have a challenging rival, and you defeated
feels
them.
good. It feels good. It feels good.
That's true. No. And it's not one of the other shitty teams that are in the actual group. You know, that's your top rival to determine who's going to be first.
Also,
the next round.
Olympiacos beat Marseille 1-0.
Yeah, but I didn't watch that game.
No, but that's a big win. That's a big win.
I mean, it's an okay win. It's Marseille, as you said. How you say
bro,
English,
but
Marseille. It's not.
Champions League. It's good. It's good for It's good for Greece.
It's good for Greece. Yeah, let's put it that way. But let's be realistic. I mean, you never know. Sometimes Greek teams, they surprise you and they make it to the last 16.
Panathinaikos back in the day.
Yeah,
some tough challenges. Barcelona.
They did, and they've been in the last 16, quarterfinals a few times probably too.
Yeah,
both Olympiacos and Panathinaikos. But I don't know. I wouldn't be too excited about the final outcome of Olympiacos. Olympiacos has to just enjoy themselves and have their president collect their nice money that they're gonna get for participating in the Champions League. And if they make it as a second in their group, okay. And if they don't, they'll play in the Europa League, which is a much better suited for them competition.
Yeah, you're right.
No offense.
None offense taken. That's fine.
The Champions League was a reminder of the situation we left off with the last quarter semi final kind of like round robin
single elimination.
Where we're saying this is a reminder of what that actual last part of the last season showed, as in the Spanish teams being really dethroned by by other powerful rivals that now are governing in the planet soccer, so to speak.
Right.
Because man, I did watch Atletico Madrid against Bayern Munich. Fuck,
Who won that game?
Bayern Munich 4-0, bro.
4-0.
But it's not that they won. It's just the superiority they showed. They were so much better. Like at all levels, Atletico had little to no chance.
Were they the same team they were a couple years ago?
Who, Atletico? Or Atletico is supposed to have kept... Well, they've kept the actual base of the team. And they've signed good players or okay players that definitely have either kept or raised the level.
Right.
Especially up in the forward side of things, where they signed Luis Suarez from
I
Barcelona.
forgot about that one.
Yeah.
Luis Suarez.
But still, it's just this Germans, bro.
I got confused. I thought that guy played for Atletico already.
No.
This is his first time.
Luis Suarez?
Yeah, I got confused.
No, never. But just Bayern Munich was better in every aspect of every facet of the game.
Right.
They had more stamina. They were better prepared. They felt they were much more organized. And then they were it was danger every time they crossed the midfield. It was like real danger.
I didn't see that game. I just saw the score, and I saw like a meme of Manuel Neuer laying down as Atletico Madrid on the attack. 4-0.
Well, I mean, they scored a goal that they invalidated, rightly so. But yeah, they had no chance, and it really showed that. And that's the current champion. Let's not forget.
Right.
Of the competition, and they definitely have such a good starting 11. But then they have in the bench. They have like a bunch of no, Bayern Munich.
Oh, Bayern Munich.
Yeah. They don't only have like 11 top players.
Right.
But they also have like in the bench. They have like 2 or 3 that are fucking like
Stars.
top players.
Top players.
And they have a very young team. Like they had this common guy, like a Morenito from France.
Morenito.
Fuck, bro.
What the fuck is a Morenito?
Like a black guy from France, and he was like he had like an extra gear. Like,
yeah.
And he was so good, and he's like 23 or something.
Like I said, I think German soccer in general, they develop the players really well.
Now, see, they develop a lot of players like local or national German players, but Bayern Munich, they have a bunch of
non-German players.
Non-German players like.
Well, German, like I'm saying, German teams, man. Like I don't know, the system.
Yeah, their system, their structure.
Their structure is amazing.
Yeah, I guess like you can do that classic stereotype of the German engineering, like
Greece had a German head coach in 2004, and guess what happened?
That guy was Austrian, I think.
He was not Austrian. He was German.
Otto Rehhagel, no?
I think it was German.
yeah. I don't know. Let's see. Let's look.
Let's fact check before I get crushed by my fellow Greeks.
You are.
Don't tell me Austrian.
You're absolutely right.
Oh, thank God.
No, he's German.
Oh, thank God.
From Essen.
I got a little
German.
scared.
Otto Rehhagel. Yes, he was. I just said Austrian. I just made it up. I didn't really remember. I remember him being Germanic. I don't know.
Right.
But he did a good job with Greece, I guess. Well, he had like the golden.
Great job.
Bro,
don't even.
He had. Hold on.
Do you want to have this discussion in episode 2?
We can have this discussion. We know Greece had, first of all, a very solid generation of players that they really never had before.
Right.
So like so many players that played in top leagues at okay teams. It's not like they were playing at the starting 11 of Real Madrid, Manchester United, or whatever. No. But they were competing in top leagues. They were playing in Italy.
I think Karaguni was playing in Inter.
He was part of the team, yeah, but he wasn't like an
Was he on the
undisputed.
team? Was he on the team?
He was on the team.
Thank you.
But that's what I'm saying. He wasn't like an undisputed starting 11.
No,
guy.
of course not.
You know what I'm saying?
No.
But he was there. He was competing. That's the point.
I'm telling you
you
right now.
have Trajanos Delas in Rome.
Delas, man.
He was in Rome also
Caristea.
playing.
Oh,
Caristeas
man,
was.
dude.
I don't know what he was doing. Definitely not scoring goals.
Giannakopoulos was playing for Bolton at that point.
That's what I'm saying. Top leagues, okay top teams.
I'm telling you right now, if Greece ever wins another top national, like another international championship,
yeah,
I'm gonna go ballistic, dude.
You want to make a promise?
I'll make
a second promise to the audience.
I'm sorry, Greece. If Greece ever wins the World Cup, I'm burning down Astoria. Greece will be burned down by Greeks.
You just said two things that make no sense.
What do you mean no make?
First of all, that Greece is gonna win a World Cup, and second of all,
if that happens, if it happens,
why would you burn your neighborhood,
will
bro?
Burn down, dude. We'd be so fucking excited
that you were burning down. Like, let's burn it down. So we're excited. We're burning down cause havoc and pain and suffering.
Of course,
a celebration.
Yeah.
Good job. Don't get me wrong. I believe Greek people are capable of that. No question about it. But I mean, it's very unlikely, bro.
Come on, bro.
The Greece is gonna win the World Cup. Do you know how difficult it is winning the World Cup,
bro?
Like, do you know how difficult?
In 2014.
Yep.
We advanced for the first time out of the group stages. Right. That was by itself a phenomenal victory.
It was a phenomenal victory.
Victory. The Costa Rica one, man, really hurt me.
Outed by Costa Rica, bro.
Oh my! It was like
Costa Rica.
Gekas missed that fucking last penalty, man. That's just scary. Anyways, I don't want to get more depressed than we are right now.
They get emotional about it. Just to wrap it up on the whole Champions League banter, we have to say, it's the first game of the competition.
It is. But it's you're
selling already the milk.
I'm not
and
selling
you barely
the milk.
got the cow.
Bro. It's a great opening statement.
That's not what you said. That you said we're gonna win the Champions League. I said I want to win.
No. What I said in the first one, we're gonna win the Champions League. Now I'm saying my point is making more valid.
Slightly more, yes.
Slightly more than it was. Thank you. That's all I'm saying.
Yes.
That's all I'm saying.
Okay. We'll
see. We'll see. We're playing again Tuesday. No, right?
I don't know. I didn't check the
Right.
in true preparation for this podcast. I didn't check anything. So yeah,
Whatever, man. We're winging it. It's fine.
We are winging it, and we'll see. We'll see. Only time will tell on that. But hey, good start. You know, my congratulations to you guys.
Thank you.
Tough rival. You beat them straight, beat them well, and let's see what the next day of the stage.
Yeah, Man U in
This is-
true Man U fashion will probably lose to Crystal Palace 4-0, then play, a top team in the Champions League and beat them 3-1. That's how it is.
I don't want to make this all about football, but on that note, the English league, it's looking real good this year. You know, you have a lot of
It's looking
you
better,
know,
yeah.
the last couple of years, Liverpool was a clear, contender,
Mm-hmm.
and Manchester City was the only one that sort of had the actual players and capacity to remove them from the top.
Right.
But this year, bro, you have Manchester United started off good.
Pretty good.
Yeah. Chelsea, after like a first game that they had like a pretty shitty one, they've been playing. I've seen some highlights, and they're playing excellent football. They are not like winning everything, but whenever they start playing, they have a very, very young team. They have this German guy, Havertz.
Havertz,
Fuck.
yeah. Fucking
Wow,
good, man. Good.
That guy is very fucking good. And then your countryman Pulisic is trying to make
Not
a
my
stride there.
countryman.
Why? Because
He doesn't play for Greece national team.
Wow, bro. Okay, well, the American Pulisic.
Okay,
Of
yeah, there
Serbian
you go.
or
American
Croatian
Pulisic.
descent. He is also doing fairly well there.
Yeah,
they're
he's
having
doing
some
good.
issues. Yeah. They have another what's his name? Towie Abrams or whatever. Like some striker that's finally making some goals. Like a tall black young player. They're doing well.
It's very early. We'll see.
And of course you have Liverpool, Manchester City. It's gonna be more challenged. is
Yeah,
what
of
I'm trying to
course.
say.
Yeah,
That's
it's gonna
always
be a different.
cool.
It's also a different dynamic, man. The no fans plays a huge role to me.
Yeah, man.
It's still weird to me. Not seeing any people there. I mean, in Europe, the cases going up. I highly doubt they're gonna let any fans more.
Probably not.
Probably not.
Unless you play with some Ukrainian or something, they don't give a fuck.
They don't give a shit. Yeah.
Like is to the
I
border.
mean,
there.
again, the radio, like the crowd noise can get you somewhere, but even if, like, it's just weird. So we're gonna see.
It's not as appealing for sure.
That is appealing.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know if there's Turkish teams. Probably they can also have
Right.
audience or whatever because they probably don't give a fuck either.
Yeah.
But overall, yeah, it's pretty
We'll see.
underwhelming. I guess.
I'm just every time Manchester United wins, I'm gonna come over here and I'm just gonna give you shit for it, and I don't care.
That's okay. You are allowed.
What's,
what else?
Tyson and Jones.
I've been telling you. Well, we haven't talked about this. It's something I really wanted to bring up to you. And you are not a. Would you say you're not a huge boxing fan?
Not at all. Not at all. I have no idea. I just know Manny Pacquiao, Floyd Mayweather,
Yep.
Muhammad Ali, and that's it.
Okay.
I'm not a huge fan.
Gotcha.
I just knew Tyson back in the day.
Yes.
Was a fucking
a beast.
a beast.
Yep. Well, we're gonna say that you're a casual fan. I guess.
I'm just
when there's
when
it's
it's going on and everyone wants to go watch the fight, blah blah
you
blah.
go, right?
I'll go out. Yeah,
You'll
I'll
go out and
Bro, I'll go out.
maybe pick one of the contenders just for the heck of it, or not really. You just enjoy. The game.
By the third round, I don't know what's going on. I just know,
Yeah, no. It's. I mean, depending on the weight class and the kind of
Right.
match, it's sometimes hard to follow it. I personally, I'm not like an ultra expert, but I really like it. I enjoy it.
No,
and I
yeah,
watch
you've been interested, especially with Mike Tyson lately. You've been
Yeah,
talking
yeah,
to me
yeah.
about it. Yeah.
Yes, because Mike Tyson to me is a very he's a life reference, that guy. Beyond his ability as a boxer.
Right.
His life is a truly captivating Americana tale to me. It's like it could only happen in America, in the US, first of all, and then it's very unique and very authentic. I really like it because he is one of those stories in which the protagonist from nothing made it all the way to the top, only to fuck it up,
lose everything,
and
lost
go
everything,
deep
dude.
down to the bottom once again,
Right.
only to
come back.
bounce back, bro.
Yeah,
bounce
that's
back, and
yeah,
now
it's
being
cra-
on the rise in a completely different fashion, which is even more important because the Mike Tyson who used to box to current Mike Tyson is like two different human beings.
Right.
Totally. And he's talked about this openly. He has an excellent podcast. I recommend everyone here. It's called Hot Boxing with Mike Tyson. Great podcast. And then he's talked at length about his life and how things unfolded. And he's done also in other podcasts and interviews. Of course, he was twice he's been to Joe Rogan's.
Yeah.
And he's been talking to people for a while now, like telling his story and how everything came about. Well, he also has a documentary called Tyson, and just to close that off, he also has a stand-up special sort of thing called Undisputed Truth that Spike Lee
I think I've
shot.
seen it. Yeah.
It's on HBO. It was on HBO. Thanks to you, I watched it recently.
Steals my accounts left and right, dude.
You share your account, bro.
Wow.
Wow. I'm an immigrant. You're telling still in here. It's America, bro. Remember, you gotta be careful with those statements. Make it up. They can come. I'm here. You can come for me.
Now here's my thing. Do you think Tyson's gonna use this fight to kind of catapult his career again?
No.
He's
53. This is a one-shot thing.
You think it's a one-shot thing?
Maybe a second one. If it goes well financially, they may consider doing a second.
But the guy looks great for 53, dude.
That's
The guy he can go a couple matches.
He looks excellent. He just looks too great. It's
so what's the purpose of this exhibition fight then? What do you think?
Well, what he said, again, what I've heard from him directly, and from Roy Jones Jr., who's his opponent, and that one is a top 10 of all time boxer. Like probably not as popular because he was in this. He's kind of like an after Tyson era sort of guy.
Okay, yeah.
In this era in which he started as a middleweight, I believe, but he went all the way up to the heavyweights. Fuck, I had a long night.
Long night.
Yeah, but that's not the matter.
Oh, it's definitely no. Come on.
Yeah, bro, I was working hard editing my other podcast.
Oh,
bro.
yeah. So
you know
I don't
what
know
I mean?
if you guys know Teed over here as another famous podcast.
Let's focus here on Tyson, okay? We'll address at the end of this spot. But what was he saying? See,
Roy Jones Jr. went to a heavyweight.
Yes,
heavyweight.
Class. So Roy Jones Jr. It's arguably one of the best, top 10 to me boxers of all time. Mm-hmm. But he came in this era, in this post Tyson era, in which there was not really like the fans were kind of on the decrease. TVs weren't like.
Well, I know after Tyson was like Lennox Lewis, like the next big thing.
He was the next big thing, but he wasn't like as captivating as Tyson. And Roy Jones was like within that era. He's actually almost the same age as Tyson.
And he's a heavyweight.
He made it eventually.
So that's what I just know about. Like the last true heavyweight was Mike Tyson.
Well, here's what happened.
But what about this guy Klitschko? Wasn't that guy good?
But that's the thing. That's what I was trying to get at. He was great. He was the reigning champion for like 8 years. Almost a decade. Almost 10 years. But he didn't have the appeal. But there is a thing on boxing, right? That most experts agree on. When the heavyweight is like the queen of all categories, right? Is the most reputed.
Okay, right, yeah.
Because it's like the top.
He's like the best
category. Yeah, so it's not the best per se. It's actually not the best because oftentimes a heavyweight boxer doesn't have as much skill as a middleweight or a welter.
Floyd Mayweather, bro.
Floyd Mayweather. We're talking about a guy.
Phenomenal boxer.
Yeah, but top 3 for sure. Best defender in history of boxing, and then it all depends on how you like it or not. But he's not a heavyweight. Okay. What happens with the heavyweight being the top category? For some reason, whenever there isn't an American heavyweight champion, the actual category...
You think the appeal goes down?
It goes down. No, it's not what I think. It's a fact. Klitschko, at the end of the day, was a Ukrainian guy. And he had a really not flashy style.
He was a powerful man, dude.
He was a powerful man, but he would win most of the time for decision, or if it was a KO, it was towards the end of the bout.
Yeah.
So it wasn't as appealing, as showy, if you will. A show, like the show business is a show business. In America.
It's entertainment.
It's entertainment, right? But the Americans, they understand it in a very unique way, you know. And this is not me talking. I heard this from experts that whenever there isn't an American heavyweight champion,
of course, that makes sense. Of
kind
course,
of like take a
100%
take a dive in terms of fandom or whatever,
right?
And but thanks to not only American contenders that rose in the last 2-3 years, main one being Deontay Wilder.
Yes,
the heaviest
I saw that fight.
Punch.
I saw that fight. That was like 2 years last year.
Well, he's last year. Yeah,
last year. He won that fight.
He's won and lost.
I was a little wavy. I was at a bar. So
right. So he was the undisputed with. There are like 4 or 5 belts you can have, right? Because that's another problem with boxing that you don't have with UFC.
Right.
But the thing is, according to there are like 4 different associations you can be a champion at. Okay. So there might be 2 3, even 4 reigning heavyweight champions, because one is the WBC, one is the WBA.
Yeah, they have like a lot of
like a different within the category. They have different
like subcategories.
They have it's like associations that release or that they give the actual belt.
Okay.
But the point is that he was undisputed. He had won all his bouts, and then he faced my favorite one, which is British by birth, Gypsy by ethnicity.
Did you say gypsy on the
air?
He's
He's a gypsy.
Man.
He's a Romani. He's a Romani guy.
Maybe
we
can't offend the fellow gypsies that are probably watching the podcast. Dude.
I hope they are my fellow gypsies. But more importantly, his nickname is the Gypsy King, bro. His name is Tyson Fury.
Yeah, it's Tyson Fury. Okay, that next.
So that's the gypsy
name
guy.
I remember. That name I remember. So Fury and Wilder.
They fought. 2 years ago fought, and it was a draw. Very, very argued.
Controversial draw.
Very controversial because Fury was amply winning the fight, but then Deontay on the 12th round knocked him off his feet, bro. And then when everything seemed like nobody has stood up after Deontay put them on the canvas. Okay. But this motherfucker got some gypsy blood going and came up and won the round, bro. It was crazy. But then they gave it a draw to the bout. So then they had a rematch.
I think
that's
I
the
saw
recent
the rematch.
one.
I think
it was earlier.
That's what I saw the rematch.
It was earlier this year.
So
okay, it was like in February or something.
Right.
And in that rematch, Tyson Fury put on a clinic, bro.
Beat the shit out of him.
Beat the shit out of Deontay, technical KO, and it showed kind of like the lacking of Deontay Wilder, which is what I was trying to say, that sometimes you can be an excellent heavyweight boxer without having the level of skill that smaller
that makes
weight classes require.
Because heavyweights is just known for their punching, right?
Exactly. Well, the thing is that whenever humans,
they're not
whenever
quick. Usually their defenses, they don't have a defense.
Exactly.
Yeah, that makes sense. I get it.
And then at the end of the day, when a human goes up in size, their punching ability grows remarkably. In other words, it's much harder to see a KO in the middleweight, in the flyweight, strawweight is much harder, bantamweight, than seeing it in the heavyweight,
right,
or light heavyweights, because the punching power it rises like
100%, yeah,
remarkably.
I mean, and that's what people when you've seen two heavyweights go at it, that's what you want. You want to see punching. You want to see the power.
Yeah.
You don't want to see people, like
skills,
Floyd, like a Floyd Mayweather style. You know what I'm saying?
Defensive skills.
Like defensive skill. You see two heavyweights go at it. That's what people go and see. That's where the money's at.
Exactly.
You know?
Yeah, because the casual fan.
Right.
That's what
the casual
they look at,
fan wants to go.
because they don't know as much, maybe.
Exactly. Yeah. Like if I'm going to like a heavyweight bout.
Yep.
And I'm seeing it live, I want to see the motherfuckers knock each other out because that's what they're there for.
In a way, it's a little crude of you, but you're right. You're 100%
It's not
right.
crude. No, it's just, listen, that's the entertainment aspect of it. I know. I'm not saying like I want them to kill themselves.
Right.
But like,
it's the appealing of combat.
It's appealing of sports, right?
Yep.
It's a sport. That's what it is. It's
Very
like
true.
if two top level soccer teams go at it, you don't want to see a 0-0. You want to see a 2-3. You want them going back and forth.
You want to see tanganas. You want to see like fights in it. Like
What's a
soccer
tangana?
Fights. A tangana is like a soccer brawl. But it's like, how soccer brawls are? They push each other and they yell at each other.
Yeah.
But there's no hits.
Right.
Or rarely.
It's like hockey. Okay, hockey is a good example.
That's a brawl.
When they
That's
drop
a
the
brawl
gloves, you
sport.
want to see these guys beat the shit out of each other because that's hockey. Because the referees allow it.
They do allow it.
I've talked to a lot of
Yeah.
people. They go to a hockey game,
Uh-huh.
and they're like, "Well, we didn't see any hockey fights, so it kind of sucked." Like,
Damn.
hockey's a very underrated sport, dude.
You think?
Very underrated.
Tell me more.
Very
Why?
underrated sport. Low salaries. Very low salaries.
Okay. Didn't know that.
The game is beyond. It's like one of the fastest games in the world. You
Okay.
got back and forth, nonstop action.
All right.
They beat the shit out of each other.
You mean beyond the brawls, or
Forget about the fighting.
right?
Like the cross checking, they get it. They get slammed to the boards. They get hit by pucks. Defensemen just fucking diving in front of the puck. It's a very underrated sport in America, at least.
Yeah.
Like in their determination, like these guys play because they love the game. They don't get paid. Like, yeah, of course they get paid, but like you can't. I don't know. It's just different. Like
No, you're explaining it right. So
Am I making sense a little bit? You know, like I've always thought hockey is a very underrated sport. Like you're not gonna be like, I want to grow up a hockey player to be rich. Like, yeah, you're gonna be rich. You're gonna
Wayne Gretzky, perhaps.
Wayne Gretzky, but Wayne Gretzky is like a once in a lifetime player, bro.
Yeah, he's the best of all time. No,
best
he's
of
the
all
GOAT.
time. I mean, hockey, it's gonna be very hard to gain traction, you know, as a top level sport. Like, not a lot, you don't see a lot of players sponsored. You know, you see LeBron James, you see
whomever in the American
Tom
football.
Brady, bro. I don't know.
Brady, that's right.
These are the guys that this is the athletes that they want to represent. You know,
right? Yeah.
So
it's
hockey's tough, man. Ice skating by itself, I think, is tough.
Have
you ever done ice skating before?
Yeah. Only a couple of times.
I've done it twice, dude.
Yeah.
And you ever seen those cartoons that they keep falling down?
Yeah.
They keep getting back and falling down again. That was
yeah.
Yeah.
Wow.
It's bad, man.
Yeah, I wasn't as bad, but joking.
Oh, yeah,
I was bad too.
What are you gliding?
No. It's difficult.
No, it's just
definitely
it's a very hard sport. Yeah.
But I see your point though that it's more of a passion to players than it's actually a way to get rich.
It's a very rough
they just
sport,
love it,
bro. Yeah, it's a very like in terms of median salaries, like NHL. I think soccer is not like the highest either, but like
right.
I don't know. It's like it's basketball, football, baseball, then hockey. Then hockey's like the last one.
Damn.
Yeah,
but also because, I mean, it doesn't have as much traction. Right?
Yeah, it doesn't have much traction
in the U.S. Are there a lot of diehard fans?
There's diehard fans, of course.
You think?
Of course, yeah. But look where the money's at. A lot of people money's baseball.
Yeah.
Well, basketball, football. You know.
Yeah.
So
it's a matter of offer and demand, right?
Exactly. Yeah, a little bit.
Anyway, where were we? Oh yeah. So going back to boxing though,
yes,
which is what we're talking about.
I don't know how we got to hockey.
Because you said, oh, it's like hockey, and then you started talking about hockey, and I was interested in hockey. So going back to boxing, historically that's what's happened. Whenever there wasn't an American champion, audience numbers took a dive. But this year, because of not only Deontay, who was, WBC, I think he had a couple of belts, and then clashed against Tyson Fury and put up an excellent show. Now it's a new golden age of heavyweight boxing. But from Tyson to this age, there was some somber years in terms of audience and reach. And Roy Jones Jr. was part of that sort of post-Tyson era. Because Tyson was at his best, at his peak, very young. Let's not forget.
21 years old, right?
20 and a bunch of days. He wasn't even 21. He's the youngest heavyweight champion in this history of boxing.
Right.
And it was the 80s. I haven't seen the best Tyson either. You know what I'm saying? I remember as a kid the ear biting, right?
Yeah.
But then that wasn't the best Tyson.
Holyfield, right?
Holyfield was the one who got his ear beaten. Yeah. But so in terms of this exhibition bout, I wasn't feeling it, to be honest, because I appreciate, as I said, tremendously Tyson, and seeing him doing an exhibition at 53 already, he has nothing to win, nothing to show, And Roy Jones Jr. was an excellent fighter, so quick for his size, and dangerous, bro.
How old is he?
He's 51, I think. Like, it's only a couple of years, but again, Tyson was at the top with 20, and then Roy Jones Jr., he had a more organized long-term career. He was fighting up until a couple of years ago. He went to Russia. He became a Russian citizen because he felt American audience kind of like gave him their back or something. So he got upset and
like abandoned him in a way.
In a way, yeah. Because he became a Russian citizen, went to Russia to do combats and probably make crazy money. And he's venerated in Russia.
Right.
But I don't know. But then at the same time, as the time comes closer, and I'm seeing them both taking advantage of.
They're taking advantage of the. Listen, they're in a new world now with social media.
True.
Where they're gonna gain a lot of traction, a lot. It's just the world we live in now. So I think even if it's just an exhibition, there's no point for it. It's for themselves to like kind of get back in the world, I think, a little bit.
Well, for sure for Roy Jones Jr., who nobody really knew much about him. He was like coaching people in Florida, in his native Florida. But for Tyson, I mean, he has a lot of things going on. But I guess though that this is gonna come in very handy for him to promote Tyson Ranch.
Yeah.
Which is now something like he has a ranch in California. He was trying to do some pot-oriented activities and events like festivals.
Yeah,
and
that's
stuff,
what I'm saying.
music.
He can use this way
So
to like
it's definitely a platform too.
platform for himself and his image in a way.
Yeah. But what if he gets hurt? I don't want Mike to get hurt.
Knock on
Bro.
wood, bro. Knock on wood, bro.
I know he's 53. I know he's because he may look all chiseled and stuff. Because that's what I was trying to say before. He's taking advantage of technology also.
Yeah.
Like he was telling how he used his stem cells to recover and to have his joints on point. He has cryotherapy, expert physical therapists and stuff. And
yeah, he has all these advantages he didn't have back.
That he didn't have back in the
back in
80s, 90s,
90s,
when
yeah.
all this was much less developed.
Yeah, and the guy didn't know. Mike Tyson probably only knew like to go in the ring and just throw the hardest punch. He'd probably win.
No, really. Well, he actually had a very unique style. I mean, should we talk about what made Tyson a great boxer?
I just know that he was.
Well, he it's not only that he had a lot of power in his punches, but he was bred to be a unique heavyweight. He had this coach, a very old Italian man called Cus D'Amato.
Mm-hmm.
And this Cus D'Amato saw him when he was 12, and he told him the first time he saw him, if you follow my instructions, I'll make you the heavyweight champion of the world. And Tyson just did that. And this guy realized that Tyson had a very unique physique. Tyson is a very unusual heavyweight. Usually heavyweights are not only heavy in weight and size, but they are tall. Mike Tyson is
short.
He's not short, but for a heavyweight, he's like 5'8", 5'9".
Yeah, bro. I'm 5'6".
And Deontay Wilder
not a
is
heavyweight.
like you're not a heavyweight. But Deontay Wilder, for example, he's like 6'7". The current one, Tyson Fury, is 6'9". Anthony Joshua, another great contender, is like 6'5".
Yeah.
They are like
Klitschko.
huge.
Klitschko
was 6'6" or something like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, huge guys.
Yeah, I get it.
So-
So, yeah, he was like a different heavyweight.
He was a different heavyweight, and he fought like a different heavyweight. Because he developed what is called in boxing a peekaboo boxing style,
Okay.
in which he gave a lot of importance to having quick feet and being able to slip punches quick. So he would like make a lot of turns and look for openings on the sides. So he was like a non-traditional heavyweight. That's why his rise was so spectacular.
Oh, it's spectacular. Yeah.
Yeah. Because you've never seen like a heavyweight that can punch like a heavyweight, but moves so quick.
Right. That
And
makes
comes,
sense.
and he has like guys that are like 2 heads taller than him. So he kind of crouches down and then slips the punches, look for the opening, bah, 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 super quick and super strong. Also, because the
Right.
guy had torque like a motherfucker. He has that core, like nobody. So he was very unique in that sense. That's why he was very spectacular and gave the category, the TV spectacle, like a huge bump.
Right.
That's why he was so cool. Also because he had like this crazy
fucking
animal.
tiger.
Yeah, bro.
He had a tiger, bro.
Bad motherfucker.
Bad
yeah, as you
motherfucker,
will.
man.
Yeah. He was definitely one of a kind. And also, he came from Bronxville in Brooklyn, like, at the time, one of the poorest and worst neighborhoods that you could be. So that also fed
Right.
his legend as a very dangerous guy.
Yeah, I wouldn't fuck with him.
Neither would I. But then he changed that. He said many times that weed and DMT, like, the toad, as he calls it, like, the Sonora Desert toad, that they extract DMT, a venom that it has an alkaloid.
I have no idea what you're talking about.
DMT, you never heard of this?
Never heard of this.
So there's this substance called the substance of God. It's like
Something of God?
Yeah.
It's in the toad.
It's on the outer part of the skin of the toad. And our pineal gland segregates it only twice, is believed. When we are born and when we die. It's called DMT. It's like a long name that demidextrotrectamine.
Oh my God.
Some crazy long science name. And this substance that is found in the toad, in the Sonora Desert toad, and also in ayahuasca. Have you ever heard of these people who go in the Amazon and they have a shaman and then they take them into another dimension?
For anyone that's reading this, anyone that's not watching this on YouTube, I'm shaking my head no, because I have no idea what this kid's
Okay,
saying.
well, it's popular.
But
So-
I'm not trying to, I swear to God,
Yeah,
I'm not trying to bust your balls.
No.
I've never heard of this before in my life, to be
So
honest.
he talks about it all the time because I listen from time to time his podcast, and the podcast is called Hot Boxing because they're smoking joints. But then
You want to smoke a joint?
Whoa!
So for anyone that doesn't know me, I've never ever smoked weed in my life. Never.
which is fine.
I've made a pact with one of my good friends. But I don't know. I feel like that'd be actually fitting.
It could
First
be
time I smoked a joint would be on a podcast.
It would be, yeah. Elon Musk did so, and look at him.
Elon Musk smoked a joint on.
He smoked a joint on Joe Rogan. You never saw this? You never seen that?
I thought Joe Rogan smoked. I thought Joe Rogan smokes weed on all his podcasts.
I don't know if he smokes on every podcast. He's an avid smoker,
right.
And then he offered Elon.
I'm not promising people I'm gonna smoke weed because I don't want to get like, oh John, you gotta smoke weed in the podcast.
What we could do though is bring your friend, so you wouldn't, you would fulfill the promise by being the first time with him.
I gotta talk to my friend.
Right. Who shall remain?
I'm not gonna
nameless.
I don't want
for now.
Exactly, nameless.
For now, I think we said it on the previous.
That'd be funny.
Yeah, but anyway, so he says that all these, how you call them, all these psychedelic experiences have changed them forever, and he's like a different person after going on a psychedelic trip with the toad. No, but the toad, you smoke it, but you have to extract the venom with like a straw, and then it's like crack.
Oh, it's like scientific shit.
Yeah. So
that's interesting, actually. Yeah, I didn't know that.
He is considered the most powerful substance, and it's a very short trip. Apparently, I've never done it. It's a very short. I've never done it because it's hard to get. Because it's hard to get this thing. Because it's become fairly popular. I think maybe it's more on the West Coast.
I'm gonna Wikipedia this later tonight.
Wikipedia it, and then you smoke it. It's only 30 minutes. You take 1-2 hits, and then you just go to another dimension. Straight up. And he says that changed him forever. But now he says that he's changed back to his older self because the ego has been reignited by starting training and becoming. His training all started apparently because his wife called him fat one day. And he got upset because he has an ego. He feels that
I think everyone has an ego.
Everyone does, but he has been suppressing it because.
Tito, you're fat.
Wow. But I ain't fat.
I mean, listen, people have looked at me.
Yeah.
And said, John, what the fuck is going on? I'm like, what? What's going on?
Literally. This is a verbatim statement?
Verbatim, dude. This is just one experience that I've had.
Damn.
I've had other people just look at me like, wow, John, what happened?
That face.
Exactly that face. Like shocked. So that kind of pushes me. So I'm on the same level as Mike Tyson. If my girlfriend called me fat,
I would start working out. Yeah.
Yeah.
When he did. He started like going on the treadmill. He said like he could only do 10 minutes because he had been with a working out for years.
Oh, I hate the treadmill, man.
And before he realized, he was 1 hour and 45 minutes in it because he's very competitive.
Yeah.
And then he kept going, and then the exhibition bout was offered to him, and he accepted it. And so we'll see what happens. Who
do you have?
Fuck. So here's the thing. I love Mike Tyson. But I think it's an exhibition bout, so probably there won't be a knockout.
So was
Rocky 6?
Not Rocky 6. Rocky 4. What's the guy that dies?
Oh,
Apollo Creed versus
Ivan Drago.
Drago, there you go.
He dies.
That was an exhibition match. Look what happened. Someone died.
You're right. It's also not real. But
I'll take Mike Tyson because I just know Mike Tyson.
Okay. Well, just to go on the contrary, and because I think Roy Jones Jr. is... Fuck, I cannot go against Mike Tyson. I'm going to go on a draw, bro.
You going on a draw?
If I were to be purely objective...
How about this? All right, yes. So there's going to be odds on this match, right?
Probably.
Sportsbook odds.
For sure.
So we're going to look at the odds at the sportsbook, and then we're going to each place a bet, and then we'll just see who wins.
Okay.
I've gone into sports betting a little bit,
but
we live in a state that makes it illegal. So
is that so?
Yeah,
I know nothing about betting.
The moment I can go on the George Washington Bridge right now, walk to New Jersey, go on my phone, and place a bet, and I'll be fine. But if the moment I walk back into New York, you can't place a bet.
Wow.
Yeah, because they're gonna make it legal. It's gonna have. There's too much money involved in sports.
What about the online services though?
No, you can't do it. No.
So you try to log in, it'll just.
I mean, my phone's on airplane mode, but I'll show you one day. You can log in, but it says you're in a state that does not.
Wow, so they recognize your IP, eh?
Everything, yeah.
Shit.
Yeah. So
Okay.
how about this? So, well, I'll go to New Jersey,
Yep.
and then
$14, the fucking toll, just to go to. I hate it.
$14, right?
No, it's 17 now. Actually, no, it used to be 14 and 17.
Holy
now.
shit,
Yep.
man. Anyways,
Yep.
we'll get the odds. We'll place bets. Then we'll go from there.
Okay,
All
sounds
right?
good. Yeah,
That
yeah,
sounds
yeah,
good.
yeah. That way I can think. I can build a more conscious.
We have time. When's it about?
November 28th, bro.
Hopefully, we record another episode.
We will. You bet
No, I
your
think
ears.
we will. Have you ever been in a boxing match?
Life,
You used to box?
you mean?
Yes.
Or participate as a boxer?
Have you ever been?
No, I've never been boxing. No, and not neither in real life. No. It's yeah, I've only watched it on TV. To be honest, it was very expensive, but I have a couple of friends of mine came over from overseas to watch Lomachenko fight. I don't know. We're gonna make this about because there's a lot of things going on right now in the boxing world, in the fighting world in general, in boxing in particular. Because Andriy Lomachenko, it's considered best or the top two with Terence Crawford, best boxer pound for pound, and he got defeated against all odds.
That must have been a good bet.
Yeah, that somebody got rich.
Someone got rich on that
Because
one.
nobody was betting on Teófimo Lopez, which is
No idea who that is.
That guy is actually he's your city fella because he's from Brooklyn.
Where am I from, Valeriano?
You're from Queens.
Where am I from?
Well, New York City.
No. Where am I from? Astoria, Queens, New York. New
Yes,
York.
still a New York City guy. So he's from Brooklyn.
No, he's from Brooklyn. That's it.
Okay.
Okay, continue. Go on. I'm sorry.
So he's actually of Nicaraguan descent, if you want to.
Nicaragua.
Yeah. That's why he's Lopez.
Very tiny country, dude.
I know.
What's a Nicaragua?
Nicaragua. Well, there are people there, bro. What are you meant to do? Not millions, hundreds of millions, but they'll have a few million people. Anyway, the point is that he won against all odds because he's 23 only, the youngest to have the 4 belts in the division ever. So nobody was betting on him. Lomachenko was supposed to win that fight because he's not easy, but at his prime, the guy's was dangerous, but he should have been able to control him and win, for unanimous decision. Should have been, but he didn't. Anyway, my friends came in the previous bout. Lomachenko Pedraza, they did it at the Madison Square Garden, and I actually did the preview with them and stuff because my friend had a friend who allowed us to go in. So we met them and stuff.
Wow, look at that.
Yeah. They took pictures with all.
That's
the
that's pretty
boxers.
cool. That's
the weigh-ins.
They were they nice people?
They were very nice.
Nice.
Very nice. All of them were real nice people. And then this Teófimo was fighting like in the undercard. And that one. And look at him now. He's the main event was Lomachenko Pedraza, Puerto Rican. And less than a year later, there you have him.
Yeah.
Champion of the world. Main event. Yeah.
That's fucking sick.
Well, we're talking all sports. Anything else we should talk about?
Borat 2 came out today.
What's up with the vanilla face?
Fuck.
Borat 2, you guys gotta watch. You have to watch this.
I have not. So tell us.
My God. I mean, listen.
Movie review.
I saw it. Listen, to be very honest.
Yeah.
I saw it in a little hazy. I was a little. I had a couple of drinks. After work.
Wow.
So
Legal
I kind
drug.
of saw it like, it was funny.
Yep.
It was funny. But it wasn't like, Borat, the first one, man, it was just.
The OG, my brother.
That shit is too fucking funny. It's funny, man. It's very like, it shows like America's like
what?
stupidity in a way.
Yeah.
Like he's always been doing even the first one. The Rudy Giuliani skit is just funny. It's fucking weird.
It's been on the news, brother.
Bro. Like I don't know how this. Whether he's set up or not. Like, how did these people get close to Rudy Giuliani, man? Like this guy's the fucking lawyer of Donald Trump.
Yeah,
and he just lets any random people interview him. Like I would have.
The Major of America also. Like he's a very well-known national.
He's a very well-national person, dude. I wouldn't let anyone interview me if I was in that position. Anyways, besides, what the fuck is that? What is going on in the Heights, dude?
Dominicans love dirt bikes.
We got dirt bikes. We have dirt races on the street.
No, yeah. That's
no. It's funny. I don't know. I have to rewatch it again. But
by the way, fun fact about Rudy Giuliani, I recently learned because of
good mayor of New York City, phenomenal mayor of New York City, dude.
Before that,
phenomenal mayor.
But before that, he was the district attorney in New York City, and he single-handedly, with a team, he prosecuted like all main family bosses.
Yeah, he cleaned
of the New York
cleaned
Mafia.
the house. He cleaned the house.
Fuck.
He's like, dude, I'm not taking anyone's shit.
And he was like in his late 30s or something, early 40s, like young.
No, but going back to Borat 2,
Yeah.
I thought it was funny, man. It's like,
Let me ask you a question
please.
about Borat. It's about Borat. It's more about Sacha Baron Cohen, the actor. behind
Yes.
Borat, a creator.
The Ali G show.
Ali G show. That Ali G is so fucking funny of a movie as well.
Hilarious, dude.
But I was gonna ask you, how do you feel? And I know you're gonna say, no, I'm Greek, blah blah blah. But at the end of the day, you were born and raised in the U.S. So how do you feel about a British guy who impersonates a Kazahi guy in order to come here and make fun of illiterate Americans
Side note, apparently he caught a lot of shit from that.
from America? Because if I was American,
No.
if I would feel
from American, from Kazakhstan, he caught a lot of shit.
well, obviously because he was painting
Right.
them like pieces of shit, walking
I
pieces
don't
of
know,
shit.
man.
really.
I look at.
How do you feel about it?
I don't take it in person because the guy's a comedian, right? The guy's
Yeah.
a comedian. I mean,
I think he did it with Ali G because Ali G was based in the UK.
yeah.
Right? But I don't know. I see it rubbing the wrong way pretty easy on me.
Like
if I
you-
were an American person, I'm like, this motherfucker comes here with all his, culture and whatever, and tries to make fun of our poor rural people who might not be illiterate, but they're good. They're not bad people. They're just
Yeah. No,
maybe
like,
ignorant, I guess.
I mean, I don't know. I look at it different. I don't know.
Because there are hillbillies everywhere.
100%.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
dude, yeah.
like how he probably target, pretty
Of
innocent,
course,
ignorant
yeah.
people who are
Yeah.
Trump voters. I'm gonna say crazy shit, so it gives him, good clout while promoting.
Yeah,
the
like
movie.
he knows. The guy's not stupid. Like he knows.
course.
He knows his audience. He knows where he's going after. Now, do I take offense to it as an American? No, not really. Because
really?
like, I mean,
It's
I don't know,
comedy,
man. I
'cause
live
it's
in New York.
comedy.
It's comedy, dude. Plus, I'm from New York. Like, we're also we know so many different cultures.
That's true.
If I was from like rural Iowa or like Texas or like
Yeah, more
Wisconsin, more
traditional
suburban area, yeah, I'd be pissed.
Uh-huh.
But
Yeah,
I don't know.
I mean, in the name of comedy, I personally accept almost anything. To
Of
be
course,
honest.
yeah. If you find this guy offensive, don't watch him.
Pretty easy. It's a free country.
It's pretty
innit?
easy. It's a free country. Do whatever you want. If you don't think
Yep.
he's funny, then don't watch him.
But I also think people are entitled to have their opinion about it.
100%. Of course
Okay.
they are.
Freedom of speech, bro.
Freedom of speech, bro.
Okay, I'm not from this country. I know the First
Hey,
Amendment.
hey, number one, freedom of speech.
There you go. There you go.
Nah, but
There
I
you
mean,
go.
like, listen, Borat 2 is funny. I just don't
Not
think
as
the first-
fun.
Not as funny. Yeah, because like now at this point, I just think this guy's he's just literally, like, people know what's coming.
Yeah,
That makes sense.
it sure does. I was going to ask you that if they say anything about the
seems
fact that
like
that he-
premeditated, like people know, like this is a skit where he quarantines with these two guys because of coronavirus.
Uh-huh.
I don't think he just met this guy and be like, oh hey, from Kazakhstan. I don't know. I heard of quarantine. Let's quarantine together. Like these guys, like a stranger in their house. I don't believe that. I don't believe.
Okay.
He tries to take his daughter to go see Mike Pence. So fucking funny, bro. He goes to a convention where Mike Pence is speaking. And
Okay.
he dresses up as Donald Trump. And he takes his 15-year-old daughter. He goes, Mike Pence, take my daughter. And security just fucking rallies him out of there. It's so fucking hilarious. In a sense of like, not that he's making fun of like anyone, but like this guy doesn't give a shit and he still does it.
Yeah,
That's why I think he's funny.
I think so too. He
Like
he
has
pushes the envelope.
He pushes the envelope, dude. He really does.
Yeah. Have you seen anything else from him other than the Ali G and the Borat movies?
Not really.
Because he had this.
Bruno. He did Bruno. Bruno was I
I
don't
like-
know. I don't remember.
He recently did for Showtime. I only saw clips of it. A TV series, following that same premise. He would impersonate somebody. It was for the most part like an Israeli Mossad ex-agent. And then he would interview
I
all
think
these
I know-
people
yeah, I think I
with
know what
guns.
you're talking
It
about.
was,
Yeah.
so he created a lot of controversy because there was this
Right.
sheriff
Right.
who said like shitty things about having toys with guns for kids or some bullshit like that.
Yeah.
Anyway, but the guy's always like working on that.
The guy doesn't
that
care.
arena, on that
yeah,
level,
the guy
you
doesn't
know?
care. Listen, the guy knows his niche, right? His niche.
He does.
He knows exactly what he wants to do, and he does it. He doesn't give a fuck. Because, go ahead. What were you gonna say?
No, I was gonna say that. I don't know how you finish that point because it's like
No. That's what I was just basically saying. Like he knows what he's going after.
Yeah, I was gonna say though that I have it on my watch list. His part of the He's in this movie about a Chicago something. Have you heard of this? It's on Netflix, and he plays a dramatic role. And also, there's a TV show in which he has a dramatic role too. Apparently, he's quite good. I don't know. I haven't watched them, but the guy's trying to diversify also, I guess. But his bread and butter
for the rest of life.
His bread and butter is Borat, Bruno, Ali G.
Borat, the first one is fucking funny.
Yeah. Anyway, well, should we wrap it up?
If you want to, I guess you want to kick me out of here.
I do not want to kick you out
I
of
actually
here.
have to go. Yeah, I have a lot of stuff to do. Okay.
Oh wow, all of a sudden you're
leave me
busy.
alone. Yeah, I'm a busy guy. Okay.
Okay.
Not
well,
like you, Mr. National Star.
Wow, I don't know. I don't even know what that means, and you don't either. So shut the fuck up.
I don't know anything.
We're good to go. What do you think? Good.
I think we're perfect, bro.
All right. Do you want to tell to our audience? The
The speech, well, they know already. Follow Tito in the Greek. Tito in the Greek.
Take two.
Instagram, Facebook. Do we have we don't have a Facebook yet.
We have a Facebook.
We do have a Facebook?
Yeah.
Wow. Okay. I gotta get on that.
Holy shit.
YouTube,
So professional.
YouTube, Instagram, Facebook apparently.
There you go.
Give us a follow, dude. Let us know what you think.
Yeah.
If you guys have any ideas you guys want us to talk about, whatever. If you want me and Tito to go in a boxing match, please let us know. I'm a little scrappy.
You don't want to do that. I'm just saying.
Listen, I'm down.
Oh shit.
I'm down.
Oh shit.
All right.
It's gonna do peekaboo style again.
Hopefully we'll see you. Well, you heard from us in fairly soon.
Fairly soon.
Fairly
Definitely
soon.
sooner than 2 months.
Definitely sooner than 2 months, because yeah, I almost totally forgot about the thing.
Well, you know who didn't? Our audience. Anyway, always a pleasure, my brother.
Later,
Let's
dog.
follow the tradition.
Very good.
Mwah.
No, we
Love
gotta
ya.
stop doing it. You gotta
Love
stop doing
ya.
it. All right. Bye.